Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Ooni of Ife's palace in shock as, the most beautiful woman in the world, came down from her high horse. That we heard allegedly that she went down on her knees begging Dr. Elizabeth. The same Dr. Elizabeth that she has rained insults on. And I am glad that for once, nobody is saying that she went begging Olori Naomi. Apparently it's because Naomi already knows that she's past that stage where people can vomit on her or on themselves, thinking they are vomiting on Naomi and come back to come and lick it. Because it is too much. It is too much. What is it? Every time they went to beg Naomi, every time they went to beg Naomi. Right now, apparently, the reason why she's going to Dr. Elizabeth to go and beg is because Naomi did not even give her the opportunity to return back to her to beg. This is somebody that has rained insult upon insult. She swore and swore and swore from what we are hearing that it will not be well with them. They are the reason why everything is happening to her. Jealousy because she gave birth to twins. Gave birth to twins what? Naomi, we have seen Naomi that doesn't have a child. You have seen Naomi that does not have a child. You see Tadenikawo. Tadenikawo is more than 100 children. Ooni of Ife. I don't know why they cannot even reason. Have you ever thought of why Ooni of Ife is willing the new hospital? How many percent share goes to Tadenikawo? The oil company, how many goes to Tadenikawo? The best cars, everything, how many goes to Tade? Is because Tadenikawo is so important to the Ooni of Ife. So if you like, go and give birth to triplets, and you think that will make all the difference. It's not making any difference because anybody that God has blessed, nobody can curse. And for those people who are always thinking they are raining curses on Olori Naomi, they are raining it on themselves. It's not Olori Naomi because Naomi, I am not saying that Naomi is perfect, but I am saying Naomi has not done anything to deserve the kind of things that some of these people say about her. We heard that she ran to Dr. Elizabeth to go and kneel down, to go and be begging Dr. Elizabeth right there in the palace. So she ran to Dr. Elizabeth to go and be begging Dr. Elizabeth. You know that because she just came into the palace. They have this thing they call restricted areas in the palace. And these restricted areas is not from what I heard. I heard that the restricted areas is not even like the Oloris are just the ones banned from these areas. They say because of the things that were happening in the areas, people were going to plant things, doing that. There are areas where the Oloris can operate and stop. And there are areas, the only Olori that goes all over everywhere in the palace is Olori Naomi and is Dr. Elizabeth. There's this African adage that say, na pikin wey wash hand well, na they eat with elders. They're right, no be so. Now, because she had just come back to the palace like almost 2 weeks ago, she's still allowed to pass those areas. The only place she doesn't go is the royal manor. They say she had to run out to go and beg Dr. Elizabeth. She was crying, holding Dr. Elizabeth's leg. They should not shame her like this, that the enemies have finished her. Oh, her enemies have finished her. Oh, her enemies have finished her. Oh, her enemies have finished her. Oh, this is the work of her enemies. This is the work of her enemies. This is not fair. This is not fair. This is not okay. They have finished her. Why are you talking about enemies? Which enemy is more than yourself? You look at a man like Kabiyesi, you want to flex muscles with Kabiyesi because you think you're better than all other women. Because you think that because the twin that you have has given you immunity, right? Yoruba people, one thing I know about Yoruba people is the fact that Yoruba people take respect, the act of respect so serious. Like you can get anything wrong, but don't get it, twisted about respect. They love it when you respect them. And, that is one thing I love when they train their children. You see, Baba, you must kneel down, put your head on the ground, put legs on the ground. Even those ones for here in Canada who be wanting to do Westerner, their mama go press in head, in leg, you go reach that ground. When they see grandpapa come, they won't do, I'm a Westerner. Now, you go see mama, Yoruba mama go press their leg like this, put for ground. You go do what our culture demand you to do. Now you pikin. Now you won't go stay the flex muscle with Oni of Ife, Arole Oduduwa, the Oni of Ife, that firstborn of the gods, the traditional, I mean the spiritual leader of the Yoruba people across the globe. Now you pikin, what it happen because say you and Andon do. I mean, Yoruba people know they like that kind of thing at all. Now. They said that she was begging Dr. Elizabeth and all of that. And meanwhile, this is the same Dr. Elizabeth that you said, is this Dr. Elizabeth, is that who the hell does she think she is? Because they said she has money and what is that? Blah, 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 blah. That was why I started. I said, now, pikin we wash hand well, now they eat with elders, okay? Now, Dr. Elizabeth don't wash hand well, because you know why? Because she they listen to her parents. She know say okra, it grow as it grow rich. The owner of the okra go burn am. If you like me, thought they go burn and pluck am. Now waiting do Dr. Elizabeth. And when you look at a young girl who understand the importance of counsel, good counsel is there in the word of God. If you understand the importance of counsel, good counsel, you will live long. Your days will be long and things will be okay for you, because look, no one is an island of knowledge. You learn from people's mistakes, and you learn from older people. You learn from those who are ready to be there to counsel you. But when you get to that point where you think that God has put you in a pedestal where nobody can reach you, you are the best, you want to look down on people, then they said pride goes before a fall, okay? Now, if the information we are hearing is true, we have heard that she has gone to beg Dr. Elizabeth. And Dr. Elizabeth is saying she does not want to be a part of this drama. Before tomorrow, they'll say she's the one that said her busybody is too much, her oversabi is too much. She's the one who is instigating the Ooni of Ife. She's the one. Ooni of Ife is a big king who is listening to a lot of advisors. And the last thing that would happen to Ooni of Ife is to sit down and be listening, getting advice from women. It's not women that are advising Ooni of Ife. How come people are just twisting the whole narrative and making me look as if it's Dr. Elizabeth and the Ooni of Ife that are making fundamental decisions for the Ooni of Ife? I think that is a no-brainer, and I also think that is an insult to this great monarch, and people should get it straighter. Now she's begging Dr. Elizabeth should intervene. Dr. Elizabeth should not allow that. When you stood up and you said you wanted the royal mansion that they have given to Olori Naomi, why don't you look at something else? Why must you people always want to compete with Olori Naomi? Because she doesn't talk, because she doesn't come out. So this is what is going on. They said the wahala that is in the palace, Omo, is not a small something, as we are hearing, that the thing is getting out of hand. If this information is true, this is what we are hearing. And do not forget, Dela Right, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media. Like I will always say to you guys, whatever you get on social media, you want to take it with a pinch of salt. I do not live in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. These are all rumors making the rounds on social media. Thank you.